Okay. So, we're back now, and we're talking about No Means No. This is Appears Are Here, and this is a call-in talk show. Call-in radio show.
Anonymous.
Yes. Ooh. And the phone number here is 352-3706. 1250-352-3706 for those of you up the lake.
And if you have a question, you're not obligated to go on air. You can phone us and we can, guide you.
Okay, so we're back and we're going to start talking about gender stereotypes. And when we go to the schools, we just went to Mount Sentinel and we bring up the topic of gender stereotypes. We usually show a video clip. If any of you have seen Stupid Girls by Pink, it has a whole bunch of the stereotypes of the skinny, Starbucks drinking, big bag, big hair, skinny body women, big breasts. Just those kind of stereotypes, and she pretty much gives you a graphic description of some things that people do to stay skinny and stay fit and look beautiful. And we show them that and some posters of clips from the media that show us these stereotypes that come about in our society through our culture, through what we see and what we hear. And yeah, so we're just going to start talking about that and talk about how males and females are portrayed in the media, what they look like, how they dress, how they're supposed to act, and I'm just going to open up the floor with those couple of questions.
Well, about the difference in how they dress, everyone knows that girls are supposed to wear like tighter clothes, and boys looser. I think that's just it's just more accepted, so they can get away with their weight a little bit easier. Whereas, if the style's short, like a short skirt in the summertime, like somebody that holds a little bit more weight, which is completely fine because we are all unique, divine individuals, feels kind of like outcasted. And if you're talking about power dynamics, then almost like they lose power because they can't wear what everyone else is wearing, which is lame. Anyways, but yeah. I mean, you can wear the bigger clothes, but it's just, I don't know, it's just the way our media and society and where expectations put on us.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressures on, I think, when you see gender stereotypes in media, and we look at the schools, too. We look at a lot of magazine pictures from teen magazines, and there's just a lot of pressure in girls' and women's magazines on, keeping their legs shaved and losing weight and worrying about cellulite and all of those kinds of pressures, a lot on body image. But if we think about guys, too, gender stereotypes, even though when we think of them, seems to give them more power, but there's an awful lot of pressure to be the tough guy, not show emotions, be in control, always know what to do. Those kinds of pressures on a guy are part of the stereotyping that goes on.
To have a job, to provide, to take the girl out, and to always be the strong, I know what I'm doing type. And the girls are just supposed to follow that and be the ditzy, oh, here, he'll take care of me type thing, and pretty much prance around and be arm candy.
I'm glad there's a couple of ladies in this studio that think that's absurd, along with myself. But I don't think that we are your average people in here.
What we look at, though, at the school, though, is how we all think that we aren't living within those gender stereotypes, but how subtly those pressures are on all of us all the time and influence. And even though we maybe within our own circle of friends as women, we feel pretty strong and independent, don't feel we have to fit that, there's still those kinds of pressures going on. We talked today in a couple of groups about who can wear the color pink, and the thought is that anybody can wear any color, but when you actually go around to the school and look to see if any guy's wearing pink, it's just not there. It's not happening. And some of the boys mentioned, a guy might wear pink, and it's almost to show that he can wear it, he can be, the kind of guy. Yeah, it's like a defiance, a statement. But that in itself is already saying that there's a lack of comfort level with wearing the color pink and what that might mean if you wear light colors like that.
There's a shirt that says only tough guys wear pink, and yeah, like lots of the pink shirts say stuff on them like, yeah, you can laugh, but this is your girlfriend's shirt, and just kind of stuff like, yeah, I'm wearing pink, but like I'm tougher and stronger than you, and kind of stuff.
Wow.
So don't dare say anything to me.
So what we do in the classroom is we'll list all of the things for boys and girls and what kind of gender stereotypes, and then we draw a box around it. And outside that box, we write down what these people that are outside the box get labeled because they don't fit into the tough guy mentality or the ladylike female mentality. And they get labeled names such as fag, slut, dyke, whore, butch, and a few other things. And it's not right.
No.
And this is how the power imbalances kind of come about in the...
Yeah, I mean, those if you don't fit inside that box, then there's a lot of pressure on you to stay in it, because if you break out of it, then these are the names you get called. What we try to point out, although we don't have a lot of time in our particular presentation, but we always point out to the students that a lot of the words that they're using are sort of used in derogatory way towards gay or lesbian individuals, and so we get them to look a little bit at how that's in itself is a violent act, and how would that make other people feel using that word. So we try to address that issue within the context of the No Means No program too.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Stacy.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I wasn't going to say my name, so I don't want to come up with a whole new story now. But I just wanted to point out, and I think that's great that you talk about that in schools, because in the queer community, people using that kind of slander words make queer people feel unsafe, but whereas people are just throwing around words thinking it's a put down, but really it's words that people identify with. So that's really good that information's getting out there. Like, it's not, to call somebody like you're queer or you're gay, like it's actually like, that it takes a lot of empowerment and pride for somebody to identify with that, and that's fantastic that they can get there, but by no means should it be a put down to other people, because it takes them long enough to get there and to take pride in that and self-identify. So
okay, so we're gonna go to a music break now.